Alright, back from my break. This is episode 6 and quite possibly the last episode. I have about an hour until my fiance gets home, so let's wrap this up as quickly as we can. Let's run down, see if we can farm those 2 last chunks, and then make our way to Quelaag. That should be pretty quick to wrap up. Let's see. Closing remarks. So, where do I feel like I'm at in my life right now? Well, like I said before, when I started this whole thing, I don't feel like I'm unhappy. I don't think that's it, you know. I just feel like I could definitely be doing better for myself. You know, the whole feeling hollow thing. Like, I feel like I'm definitely growing pretty well in my place of work. Yeah, so that's taken care of. I feel like I'm growing pretty well personally because, you know, working on this marriage, and you know, I'm very happy with how things are proceeding there. You know, at this point, we're more or less just kind of waiting around for it to come. And oh right, I have another Firekeeper soul. But I feel like it's the you know, the tribal nature of being a social animal. You know, the whole social network thing. I feel like is it's gone astray. And I don't want to blame it on any one thing in particular. I mean, okay, I am antisocial. I'm not outgoing, but plenty of people who are also outgoing, you know, have great networks of friends. I don't want to blame it on the lack of internet because, I mean, I used to have plenty of friends from before when I was a kid, before we had internet. I mean, sure, I could just walk to their house, and I can't do that anymore, but that's not really an excuse since I have a car. So, I don't know, it's a combination of different things. Yeah, it's probably all of those in one. I need to, you know, work on my confidence with talking to people. I'm told that I'm already pretty confident with how I talk, and maybe it's just when I'm already talking that I'm confident. It's, for me, the difficulty is, you know, getting to that point. Getting to, talking. You know, initiating conversation. It's not really something I'm good at. So maybe for me, you know, some different ways I can improve myself would be, you know, start with what I have. So start with the social connections that I do have. So, like I said, my coworkers are probably the closest things outside of my, you know, my personal relationship. You know, people that I can consider friends. They're the closest thing I have to friends. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, I mean, there's also the general sense of, you know, I already work with you. Do I really want to spend more time with you outside of work? And the truth is, yeah, actually, a lot of those people are pretty cool people that I wouldn't mind hanging out with. So maybe I'll start there, you know. I mean, yeah, there's the whole, a lot of them live pretty far away, so there would be that personal commitment of I would need to actually travel to go spend time with them or whatever. But, you know, it's just kind of one of the sacrifices that have to be made. You know, I'm not going to always expect people to come to me. Wow, that's an awesome rare drop, but also not at all what I was looking for. Um, then maybe once I find that balance, because I feel like there's, you know, your internal network, you know, you and how you relate to yourself. There's your immediately external, like your very immediately external, which is like, you know, your partner if you have one. And then there's your not so immediate network, you know, like your friends and coworkers. You know, there's one. So I think I just have to work on, you know, just getting myself comfortable with you know, talking to people and cultivating that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cultivating that aspect of my life, you know, to help bring out my, further bring out my potential as a, you know, a person in the world. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, you hang on a second. Try again? Yeah? Come on. Oh, too soon. Come on. Yeah, networking, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Networking is what I need to work on. I think I'm doing pretty good for professional networking. Alright, there we go. But personal networking is where I need to expand. Try and break out of my comfort zone. Everything in moderation. There is such a thing as breaking too far out of your comfort zone. That's one thing I think I've learned at work, is like, you know, you push the envelope to grow, but you can push the envelope too much, and then you'll end up doing the opposite of growing, you know? And I feel like that happens with social interactions too. You know, someone might try and step out of their comfort zone, and then, I mean, that can happen in a lot of different ways. I guess, for an example, relating this back to a personal thing. You know, my fiance and I started out as friends. You know, then I had feelings for her, and then I came to the point of, well, now I have to tell her how I feel if I want to actually, you know, feel fulfilled in this relationship that we have now. And, you know, there's that whole stepping over that line. Stepping into the whole wanting to be more than friends thing. Wow, that's really scary looking. Hang on, buddy, we got you. Gonna get you to the doctor. Oh, he didn't make it. Alright. The whole, if I tell her how I feel, will I lose her as a friend? Fear. Now, I feel like that's not a particularly unique fear. I feel like the fear of, you know, losing a friend by trying to change the relationship is pretty normal. And I don't know what the correct way to approach a lot of those situations is. So
Don't get yourself neither.
I can entirely understand if someone attempts to make that jump and it doesn't work out, and they, you know, maybe the other person doesn't take it too well, or maybe the delivery's really off, or, you know, any number of things can go wrong. But, you know, if you open up that can of worms, that, you know, you can't close it back up. That person now knows how you feel, even if it didn't end up upgrading to something more. So I could see that damaging someone's, alright, Quaalag, someone's sense of comfort with expanding their, social, safe, what is the word I'm looking for? Social comfort zone. If you've already been stung before by a failure, it could definitely make you feel like you never want to try anything like that again. I understand that. I really do. This particular gamble, for me, taking a chance on upgrading this particular friendship, paid off in a lot of ways. I'm getting married in a month and a half. So, I mean... And it did just kind of pay off on, luck, I really feel like. I mean, okay, yes, she had feelings too, but it really could have gone either way, because initially, she told me she kind of wasn't, ready to do anything other than be a friend, and she was flattered that I was able to trust her enough, and I was comfortable around her enough to tell her how I felt. And so I just kind of stayed the course with being the friend that I has always been. At the time, though, not really realizing that she actually had feelings too. She just wasn't really sure how to navigate them herself. Because she had only been in a relationship one other time, and it didn't work out, in almost the worst way possible. So, her perception of relationships was skewed. So the idea of starting another one, especially with someone whom she already had a favorable relationship with, was a risk she wasn't entirely sure she was ready to take yet. And I entirely understand that. But we eventually just became very comfortable in the rhythm we had struck with each other about how we felt for each other. And I think it eventually grew to a point where I think we were just ready. It just kind of happened. But by the time we had established how we felt, there was the distance issue. So it just kind of made sense once, it was kind of on the table about how we wanted to proceed. It just kind of became obvious with what my next move was in my life, and that was to move down here with her. Because I saw really no opportunities for myself where I was. I saw my future here with her, so just kind of like that. That said, that payoff for taking that social risk, though, it's not really the same thing as stepping out of my social comfort zone in other ways. Because like I said, this social relationship is more personal than like a friend, so to speak. Like a buddy to just go play video games with or something. This is a different relationship. So I don't have that established sense of risk and reward that I would have for something else. So what I think I need to do is not be afraid of a failed attempted friendship, I guess I could say. If I'm trying to buddy up with somebody from work, obviously I'll pick someone who I already have some established similarities, common interests with, but I'm going to have to figure out how to rebound if, hanging out outside of work just doesn't work out. But then I still have to navigate being an effective coworker with them, so I have to not let that, affect it. And I feel like I'm maybe making that out to be way more serious than it actually is. But this is the kind of stuff I think about when I'm thinking about becoming socially active, coming out of my comfort zone. Alright, I probably would have been able to wrap this up quicker without Mildred, but for me this fight's always fun with Mildred, so... Goodness. Thank you, Mildred. Helped me out with that killing blow. Good job. I don't know what I was talking about. I think I'd finished my thought on the whole social thing. Oh, I guess maybe to close up, advice I would have for anybody else in a situation where they are afraid to step out of a social comfort zone type of thing. Whether it be to, enhance a friendship to something more or to make a friend. The only advice I would give would be to not be so afraid of failure. There's so much about society, and maybe I'm just speaking about American culture, but I'm pretty sure this is generally universal. The fear of failure is tremendous, and it's so overpowering.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I mean, it's become so ingrained in our interactions with one another that it's almost more powerful than our fear of, like, I don't know, certain survival situations. And I can't really come up with any examples, but I think everyone can sympathize with that gut-wrenching feeling of negative social interaction. It's really awful. And, I mean, it's a consistent problem. It's one of the reasons I consistently don't like interacting with people. And why I try to always, make each interaction as quick and painless as possible, and as generally positive as I can in that short amount of time. I guess I don't have to do this now, but I might as well, because I like to wrap this up quickly. Can I still fast roll? Yes, I can. Good. Yeah, don't be afraid of failure. And I know that kind of almost says nothing either, because when anybody tells you not to be afraid of failure, I feel like it should also be paired with advice on how to fail gracefully, I guess is the best way to put it, like how to learn from a failure. And most places don't come with any good advice for that. Even I don't really know what the best way is. I mean, especially when you've dedicated so much of your consciousness and your time into thinking about a particular thing, and then to have it fall through, like personally investing into something, and then for it to not work out, how to disengage from that. How to know when something is not salvageable anymore. I don't have any easy way to, tell people to fail gracefully. And maybe even just saying failure is really just a bad word. To call it a failure is almost, dooming yourself to approach it in a negative way. Don't approach it with the mindset that you can either get what you want or fail. Maybe approach it with the mindset of it can either do what you were expecting or not. And you should be prepared for each eventuality. Maybe that's the best advice I can give, is be prepared for any eventuality. Don't run into any situation expecting it to work. You know, completely. Yeah, yeah. Neato, alright. And actually that's a pretty cool outfit too. Can I wear this and still fast roll? Yes, I can. Can I wear anything else? So I have 68 total equip burden. Half of that is 34 and half of that is 17, so I need under 17. I can't wear any of the gloves. Oh wow. Yeah, I could live with that. That's pretty cool, I guess. Okay. So, like for me, I was kind of reckless. I did not plan for how the situation would play out when I initially wanted to, you know, upgrade my friendship to something more. But I had told her how I felt in a letter. So in the letter, I explained my apprehension as well. I told her, full disclosure about my feelings, not just about her, but about the situation. You know, that I was apprehensive about saying anything because, you know, of that fear. And she appreciated that too. I think that was part of, you know, her sympathy toward the situation. Maybe not just that she also had feelings, but also that she shared the same concerns. But, you know, from the other end. So she appreciated that I was as forthcoming as I was. And I think since then, the only thing I've really taken away and applied to other situations is it's really just easier to be honest for me. A lot of my coworkers tend to value that, and they say, you know, I have no filters, and you know, I'll just say what's on my mind, and it's become more amusing than interesting or practical for anybody, because you know, so much of our social interactions are now just built on, you know, default answers for filtered interactions, and people find it amusing that I can be as candid as I am. Yeah, why not? Oh, you know what? If I'm going to be heading into Sense Fortress, that means I'm going to be, well, I don't know. Will I make it to Anor Londo in time? I'm actually not sure, but really quick, I'm going to run to the Undead Merchant. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to worry about poison arrows. They're going to take too long anyways. I'm just going to have to deal with the Anor Londo archers good old-fashioned way. It's going to be really, really scary, but I'll just have to deal with it. Oh, but you know what? I'm kind of debating grabbing another weapon. Something I can attack faster with, like the club. Problems for later, I guess. Actually, is there a different pair of leggings I can wear? I think everything else is pretty generally heavier. Except for the hollow stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot I picked up the stone stuff. Jeez. Well, how does the... Oh, that looks pretty good. It's at least consistent with, like, the raggedy look. You know what else I like? I like the... Oh, I guess I didn't pick up the Elite Night Leggings. I like the Night Leggings. Some heavy armor. But I probably can't wear anything else with it, right? Everything else will put me over the limit, yeah. Yeah, I like the ragged look. Let's see, what was it? It was the heavy boots. There we go. Okay. Oh boy, Sen's Fortress. gentlemen. There you go. See? That wasn't so hard. Oh my goodness. Ragdoll physics. Yeah, so like I was saying, I was kind of reckless. I didn't plan for failure. I just sort of went for it with all the stakes and my concerns for everything that could be at risk on the table as well. So I was really putting myself out there. So I took a big risk. But, like I said, it kind of paid off. Now, what would I have done if it hadn't paid off? So like I said, she initially sort of friend-zoned me, so to speak. But it panned out because it just turned out she just had feelings she didn't know how to navigate either. But what if it panned out in the way that was like, you know, my ultimate fear of suddenly she wanted to stop talking to me because, you know, she didn't feel comfortable being friends with somebody who had feelings with her. You know, she suddenly felt like she maybe couldn't trust me anymore in the way that she used to. You know, what would I have done then? Well, it still would have been easier for me in that situation than it is for most people attempting to make that same connection jump, because she was so far away. I wouldn't have to worry about how awkward it would be to see her every day. Oh, jeez. Oh boy, this is not good. Oh boy, oh boy. Do I want the lightning spear? You know, I kind of do. It would be a nice alternative for when pokey weapon would be good to have. Alright, come on. There we go. I'm not going to worry about the golden ring. I'm kind of short on time. I plan on doing too much other farming. That still did a good amount of damage. Oh, yeah. So it still would have been easier for me because there was that distance. So even if she didn't want to, you know, talk to me anymore, because we upgraded to like pen pals after she moved, just writing letters back and forth to each other. If, you know, she just kind of stopped responding to my texts and stopped, you know, replying to my mails, I would have had to just move on in a way that I couldn't ignore. You know, very physically, she was somewhere else, and there's nothing I could do about that. You know, the opposite would have been, or an alternative version of that situation would be like if she was my neighbor or something, you know, and I had feelings for her. And as soon as she didn't want to be friends with me. You know, then there was that physical challenge of how do you deal when the person is right there. You still have to see them every day. As much as it's easy for me to basically say, you know, be an adult and mature about it, that's not something that's obvious in those instances. The mature or adult thing to do in those situations is not always apparent. So for me, I would think that the healthiest thing for both of you at that point would be some distance. Some social distance. So, you know, if you guys are co-workers or something like that, just keep it professional. Just worry about your work and your interactions, you know. If you have to interact with them, just worry about your, you know, personal obligations to the job. Now, if it's like a, you know, a schoolmate, someone you have to, you know, ride the bus with every day, I would say start with distance. That'd be the safest thing, you know, just keep to yourself at first and then let them decide what is a safe amount of social interaction. So if they're still totally cool with, you know, small talk on the bus and hanging out after school, let them decide that safe ground, you know. You were the one who made the initial investment into the jump, and if it didn't pan out, it is no longer up to you to decide what is okay for distance until you hear from them. Now, if they try to make a push of like, yeah, I'm still totally cool with doing all this stuff, and you aren't, after they make that initial jump, it is then your turn to basically say what you're comfortable with. But that's just me trying to play it safe. I don't actually know. It could be different for everybody. I would say trust that you understand your relationship at first, and then work out what an appropriate approach would be. I never got power within, but whatever. Do I want anything from this guy? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Nothing at all.
I am eternally grateful, though, that I've never had to be in that situation. This was just me coming up with responses on the fly. I highly doubt I would have been able to think through that situation as well as I just did. I mean, and even just now, I probably still missed some important, you know, things to touch on, but when you're stressed out about the failure, or I'm sure you'll see it as a failure, but, you know, the turn of events that did not go according to plan, thinking straight is probably not what's going on, you know? You'll be racking your brain. What you need there is to just disengage, step away. Step away from that situation and anything else that would require focus, and anything that would require you to be, you know, sensitive to what's going on. Understand that your brain is going to be somewhere else. And just give yourself some space. Find an activity to distract yourself. Take your mind and your focus away from the situation. And when you're ready to come back, just re-engage slowly. Understand what pace you need to take things at. Oh, goodness. Knock him over the edge, come on. Wow, really? Oh man. Oh, there we go, we got him. Good job. Yeah, we did it. Thank you, Tarkus. Alright, to Anor Londo, and actually as soon as I get to the bonfire up there, I need to take a quick break for the bathroom. All this coffee I've been consuming all day is getting to me. This perpetual smile my guy's got on his face is really starting to freak me out. I'm starting to become more comfortable with him wearing that mask. You know, as creepy as the mask looks. That said, I probably can't wear it, can I? No, it's too heavy. Well, I'll dump some points into endurance and see if that'll help. What I probably need to do is dump some points into Vitality, because the boss fight coming up, Ornstein and Smough, definitely requires a little more room for error, as I like to put it. I don't trust my skills enough to just dodge around all their stuff yet. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, let me get to this bonfire, sit down, and I'll take a quick break. I'll come back and wrap this up. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Let's finish up this last leg of the journey here. Perfect. Okay. I know I was going to put it into endurance, but whatever. So do I have any more Firekeeper souls? I do not. Actually, you know what? Let me just go ahead and burn. Yeah, I'm not going to use these for anything else, so... Whoa. Let's just burn through these. Spend these. I'll probably speed this up or something. You know what? That's probably good enough. Alright. Let's get back to whatever I had before. You and... yeah, let's get other on there too. Okay. So this doesn't actually seem to be helping me much anymore. Yeah, it's only gonna be 1 point each. So, meh. I guess it's good enough for now. So, well there, I can even it out, fine. I like even numbers. Alright, so what did that actually give me? So I'm at 70 equip burden. Half of that's 35, half of that is 17 and a half? Yeah, that's not much. Can I put the mask on? No. Ah, but if I take that off, I can. How can I balance that out with? You know, whatever. There. Get some extra endurance, or stamina regen. Okay. So, I'm on the last stretch here. I've got about 20 or so minutes before I have to go feed Hammy one more time. Hamlet. Our short name for him is Hammy. And then we'll be on our way. There we go. Now, I have a couple of challenges here I might not actually be able to get through. Like, there's a lot of ways I can die before I even get to the boss. So, for starters, there's the rafters up here. A lot of instant death chance over here. Because of these assassin guys, or painting guardians I think they're called. Very good for a cheap death. Ow, jeez. There we go. Clipped him. Now that I think about it, yeah, I think having some knives equipped will be useful. And then there's also, of course, the Orlando archers. So I may not even get to the boss, which is fine, I guess. I think I've pretty much exhausted what I wanted to talk about, too. A nice little brain dump. I haven't done this kind of thing in a while, and it's actually felt good. Drop yourself off the corner there? No? Oh, throw us both off. Which doesn't help me any. I was hoping he would just throw himself off. Okay, alright, let's do this. Let's focus. Actually, you know what? Might as well put this on. Really? That's too heavy? Oh, man. Okay, cool. There, so I'll have a shield to block him with, instead of trying to block with my weapon. This would be less... Oh, you know what I actually do? I forgot I had arrows. I'll actually go ahead and utilize that then. Because that'll actually make some of those rafter sections a little easier. I think the composite bow will probably be better for my needs. Come on. There we go. Oh, yes. I really do want to get back into, uploading Let's Plays and having this as like a hobby, but the whole lack of inspiration thing has just been keeping me down on the whole project. Like, I'd like to go and play through like XCOM or Fallout with like a commentary of some kind. But yeah, I need to find an inspiration. Maybe breaking out of my comfort zone to find a friend outside of work will help me to maybe I can get someone to do like a co-op commentary thing with me. I think that'd be kind of cool. Oh goodness. Wow. Like, you see how far to the left I have to aim just to hit this guy in the head. There we go. Yeah, he didn't like that. Oh good, I got him. Okay. I have no room for error now, though. I have to hit the other guy. Try and knock him off the banister. Or the, Oh! Wow, what a waste of arrows. That's embarrassing. I don't know, for whatever reason I thought my guy was gonna, like, stop to pick it up, but I forgot that it's one of those you just sort of pick it up automatically things. Oh well. Yeah, maybe what I need for getting back into this regularly and to feel more fulfilled with my, time playing games is a new approach. And I've tried to ask my fiance to get involved in like a co-op commentary with me, but she's not interested, so. It's funny too, it's not like she's not interested in video games. She has her own games that she plays, she's just not interested in doing the co-op thing. Our tastes in games are pretty different. Like, she seems more into like handheld games and tablet games and stuff like that. But, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know, maybe some other kind of co-op experience with games will help us bridge that gap. Alright, so now what am I going to do? Maybe I'll just bait him back over here. Try and get his attention and then kill him when there's less risk of falling. Alright, so let's be careful. I don't know, let's see if I can just rush it, because I'm already wasting so much time here. Alright, you're gonna go that way? Cool. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, it didn't work. I hope that was going to work. I feel like I've made that work before. Wow, and he jumped after me anyways. Yeah, I figured Anor Londo was going to be the wall, so to speak. Let me just unequip this because this isn't helping me anymore. And now I want my shield back. There we go. This always kind of was my wall for commentary. Like, whenever I'm playing through this and I'm not giving live commentary, I'm actually usually pretty fine. And I've even gotten through the Anor Londo archers without using the poison arrow trick, just by rushing them in one go. Like, I rushed through this section, and I rushed through their section. And, yeah, it was pretty non-stop. I was impressed. And I was like, wow, why wasn't I recording that? But of course, it's one of those things where, you know, no pics, no proof, and sure enough, I have no pics to prove, so... But trust me, it happened. And it was immensely satisfying. Yeah, my trick was that I just ran up and I parried him as he tried to melee me, the archer. And in the process of riposting him, the other one's arrows were just passing right through me, because, you know, you get your invincibility frames. And, yeah, I guess I just got lucky with that. You want to come this way? And you're just going to throw stuff at me, okay. Oh, there we go. Good, good. Camera, work with me here. Yeah, a camera can kill you here, too. Which really sucks. Alright, so let's... Oh, yeah, do I want to grab my bloodstain? I might as well. Whoa, now. There we go. Whoops. Heal. Okay, so from here I can jump. There we go. Alright, cool. Ooh, finally did that. And he may still follow me, so I need to be careful. But I'm gonna have a more immediate problem when I'm done here. Is he still here? Yeah, I was gonna say he was chasing me. There we go. Alright, now I have Gargoyle Bro. There we go. Thank you, falling damage. Oh, the Gargoyle's Halberd. Easily one of my favorite weapons. It's actually probably pretty comparable. So I'm doing 429, this thing. Alright, 164, so if it was the same level, I'm pretty sure it would be pretty close. Even though I haven't leveled Dex at all. Yeah, the Gargoyle Halberd's pretty mean. Alright, so here's the next section that I'm pretty sure is going to be what stops me. I really don't see myself getting through this quickly. Like, I guess quickly is the only option that's available to me at the moment. Ow. Ah, jeez. Alright, quickly. These guys are just gonna throw their crap at me and kill me. Yep. Oh, boy. Heal up. Whew. Alright, focus. Here we go. Alright. Woo! Alright, dodging artillery fire. I need to be careful, those guys can still throw stuff at me from behind me. Wait for these guys to stop shooting momentarily. Did he throw himself off the ledge? No, one of them did. Alright, cool. Alright. And... Alright. Alright, moment of truth, here we go. Pressure's on. And that's when you know you're not going to do it. When the pressure's on in the Dark Souls game, that's what kills you. Oh. Oh. Got one down. Oh, the other one didn't knock me off. Wow, I did it. Haha. Okay, so normally I like to just poison arrow both of those guys from really far away, so I don't have to worry about touching them at all. For whatever reason, that second archer's arrows never got to me, and I was extremely lucky. Okay, so... Well, that was an unusually successful run. So let me reverse my hollowing. How am I doing on time? Got about 10 minutes or so. Alright, let's kindle this up and see how far we can get. You ready, Solaire? Yeah, I'm gonna kindle the crap out of this thing. Alright, I don't think I can level up at all, can I? Let me just check real quick. Oh, I can. Well, can't hurt to have more health. Alright.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me. Pretend you didn't hear that.
Oh, Solaire. Okay, so normally I would make a run for a couple of things in this area, like opening up a shortcut and getting a couple sets of armor, but I'm just going to try and get through this as quickly as I can. Yeah. Just going to get to Solaire's sign, see if we can clear this room out without him losing too much health. And fighting the boss. I do not see myself... I don't think I've ever actually beaten Smo and Ornstein. I almost forgot their names. I don't think I've ever beaten them on my first try. I may have, but I assure you it was such a rare occurrence that I don't remember it. Oh, come on. Oh, don't be like that. There we go. Thank you. Alright, it'd be nice if I can kill one or two of these guys before he shows up so he doesn't get beat up too much. Oh boy. Wow! Okay, Solaire. You couldn't have asked for a better setup. Let's go do this. Okay, I was not expecting that to go so well. Alright. Anything better I can switch this out with? Eh, not really. I mean, maybe, but let's just get this over with. Take one last sip of my coffee for good luck. Alright, no time for cutscenes. We're on the clock. Come on. Skip, skip, skip. Alright, we're just going to go for you because you're weaker. Oh. Wow. Alright, you. Come on. Wow. How did you let me hit you with that? Oh, and again. Well, you let me swing, but you didn't let me connect. That's what I was trying to do. Alright. Whoops. Jump. No, do the jumping attack. There we go. Alright, whatever. And, okay. One down. Smo to go. Solaire, are you still kicking? How you doing, Solaire? Oh, Solaire's still good. Alright. Oh boy. Whoa! What? Lingering area of effect? Yeah, I should have expected. That's right, his hammer is his shield. Oh boy. We got the soul air, we got this. Wow, first try. I shouldn't be so surprised, but I am, I'm sorry. That was a hell of a way to conclude this. Good job, Solaire. He almost never survives that encounter with me. Awesome. So yeah, I guess that's about the end of this. I don't think I'm going to delete this character per se, but I think this is the last episode of this I might be uploading. Just because this was supposed to be a one-day project of, you know, mental dump. What's the word I'm looking for? Or the phrase? Stream of consciousness. There we go. You know, going back to Dark Souls and just sort of reflecting on my life as it is now. You know, 1 year older, what that means to me and all that stuff. So, yeah, thanks for joining me, and, oh. No, don't talk to me anymore. Or it'll actually give me the Lord Vessel.
O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn
Anyways.
and Queen of Sun.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. Hopefully I'll be back not too long, after not too long. Maybe I'll have found a new thing to jump in on. Because I would like to get back to this. I like being able to express myself in these ways. So, yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will hopefully see you all later. Bye.